have had a complaint from a member of police staff.
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself?
Yes, certainly. My name's Sergeant 1789 Pope. I'm the duty sergeant on today. Got no issue with your video. That said, I'd ask you not to video inside there, members of police staff. If your actions cause alarm, harassment, distress to them, you may commit an offence.
Okay, right. Well, just so you know, that is a public area, okay, and I'm well within my rights to be in there and filming.
So, okay. So, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying if your actions cause alarm, harassment, distress.
Okay.
Members of the you listen.
As an officer, okay,
please
you
listen,
can't be alarmed and distressed.
Actually, we can.
No, you cannot. You need to look at case law, and you will actually see that you cannot be alarmed and distressed while in your actual officer's duty.
That's the case of Harvey Oram. That's not in relation to what we're doing now. I'm talking about police staff, not police officers.
Okay.
So I'm talking about...
The sergeant's first move is to twist the rulebook, warning Claude that filming inside the station might count as harassment, alarm, or distress if any staff feel uncomfortable. It's a weak argument from the start, and Claude doesn't let it slide. Police officers can't claim harassment just because someone's recording them while they are doing their job. That's literally part of public accountability. Realizing his argument is falling apart, the sergeant shifts gears, saying the issue isn't with officers but with civilian employees. But that doesn't change anything. Even though civilian staff don't carry badges, they still work in a policing environment and deal directly with the public. That means they're held to a higher level of transparency, not lower. If staff could shut down filming just by saying they feel uneasy, public oversight would collapse completely. The right to record police activity would vanish the moment a camera appeared near a station.
If the members of staff cause alarm, harassment, and distress, I'm telling you now that may be an offence.
I'm allowed to film anything I can see from public.
I'm not saying that you are.
Okay? So if I film them and I'm in public, okay, then I'm doing nothing unlawful. Nothing. Okay? Correct.
Right. So if you cause alarm, harassment, and distress through your actions, okay, then you commit an offence in Section 5 of the Public Order Act.
Section 5? No, so have you got a member of the public that's a complainant?
I'm not saying that you've done that yet, and I'm not saying, I'm just advising you. I've got no problem with you videoing here.
Well, have you got a member of the public that's a complainant?
Well, police staff
is not a member of the public. No, they are not. Not when they're actually working.
They are?
Not when they're working, sir. You need to actually justify that. They are police staff and they're in an office of duty.
When Claude calmly reminds him that recording in public isn't a crime, the sergeant switches tactics and reaches for a familiar intimidation tool, Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986. He suggests that if filming causes harassment, alarm, or distress, it could become a criminal offense. It sounds serious, but that's not how the law works. Section 5 only applies when someone's behavior is threatening, abusive, or disorderly. Quietly filming outside a police station doesn't come close to that standard. Even pointing a camera through a doorway doesn't qualify. What the sergeant is really doing is trying to stretch discomfort into criminal conduct. But courts have made it clear, being mildly annoyed or irritated isn't enough for a charge to hold up. There has to be real abusive behavior. If his logic were correct, every journalist, tourist, or passerby with a phone could be arrested. That's not how the law functions, and deep down, the sergeant knows it.
Anyway, so I would ask you, very politely, okay, not to video the staff. If you want to video us, that's fine. You're more than happy to do so.
No, I will video the staff if they're actually in the
If I do get a complaint, so then you may be dealt with under that matter, okay?
Well,
and that's it. That's the
end of it. Just remember, it will be completely unlawful. It will be completely unlawful. Okay, but also, can I just mention to you as well, can you tell me why you didn't actually tell me that you put your body camera on, sir?
Okay. I apologise for that. My body camera's on. Is there a reason why you didn't tell me you were videoing me?
I don't need to. Okay, under your actual code of ethics.
Very much for your time, sir. Go on. Under my code of ethics.
Under your code of ethics, under section 3.5, okay, you are meant
3.5 what?
3.5 of your code of ethics.
Sir, there's no such thing as 3.5.
Yes, there is, sir. You need to actually look at it, okay? It actually states that a member of the public must be informed at the first possible moment when you actually turn your body camera.
Things take a turn when Claude spots the sergeant's body-worn camera quietly recording the encounter. He immediately asks, "Why didn't you tell me you were filming?" It's a fair question. After all, officers are supposed to be upfront when recording the public. The sergeant fires back with, "Why didn't you tell me you were filming?" A complete deflection. But there's a big difference. Ordinary citizens don't have to announce when they are recording. Police officers, on the other hand, must be transparent. It's written into their professional standards and the College of Policing's Code of Ethics. Bodycam footage isn't personal, it's official police material that can be used as evidence later. Claude calls this out, explaining that transparency isn't optional, it's a core ethical rule. The sergeant brushes him off, denying that any such rule exists. But the guidance is public and crystal clear. Officers have a duty to be honest about when they are filming. Pretending that rule doesn't exist doesn't make it disappear.
Ample opportunity was to actually tell me.
Can you wait?
Okay,
Stop
and you
talking
did
for a
not.
second.
No, please don't talk to me that way.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to
Do
give you
not
a
talk
card.
to me in that
Sir,
manner.
I'm going to give you a card with my details on so you can make a complaint that I didn't inform
Don't
you
worry, I will be.
that I had my body worn video.
I will be. Don't worry about that.
I didn't. I was more concerned with your actions at the time. But
What my actions? What, filming in public?
what you're trying to
Filming
do
in public.
No, what you're trying to do is just bait police officers.
No,
and other people.
that's a presumption. Okay, what you got to remember, a presumption. Okay, that's your own personal presumption, sir.
I'll give you my details.
Okay, your own personal presumption, and your own personal presumption is
So I'm
not
arguing
law.
with you. I'm just advising you.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
watch the video
your
in public,
presumption
you're
is
more
not
welcome.
law.
No, it's not.
Okay, so just
I never
remember
said
that.
it was.
Okay,
So
so don't tell me that I'm trying to bait police officers.
You are.
No, I would have gladly have had a nice conversation with you, sir, if you would have approached me in a different manner.
Never intending that at all.
Really?
You
Really?
doing this
No,
specifically.
so
because
you're
you
making
thought it was
another
right for you.
presumption again.
I've come out to
How have
speak to
you made it
because
as a
I've had
sergeant?
complaint.
How have you made it as a sergeant when
There
you
you go.
make so many presumptions? Okay, you've made 3 different presumptions.
At this stage, the sergeant drops all legal reasoning and leans on assumptions instead. He accuses Claude of being there just to provoke officers, a claim based on frustration, not fact. That's not evidence, it's an emotional reaction. An officer's job is to enforce the law, not to guess people's motives. Filming in public is perfectly legal, full stop. Just because a sergeant doesn't like being on camera doesn't mean he can reframe lawful behavior as baiting. By resorting to that claim, he's quietly admitting he has no actual offense to point to. Instead of dealing with the law itself, he shifts focus to attacking the person behind the camera, a clear distraction tactic, and not a very good one.
I can make a presumption
I'm
on
ending
you
this
and
conversation
say, right,
now.
you're in
It's fine,
uniform.
sir, I
Okay,
appreciate
are you
that.
telling me that you're going to murder someone next? Okay, is that what it is? Okay, so I can make a presumption, okay, on you. Okay, and this is only using it as an example. So are you telling me then that you would actually murder someone else, would you, sir? Don't do that, you prick.
What are you doing?
You're such a prick. Okay? No, you deliberately push that to try and push me over. Okay? And don't make it look like you weren't.
Please don't shout at me in the inquiry.
I'm not shouting,
Are
sir.
you here for a legitimate reason?
Okay?
Are you here for a legitimate reason?
Well, what I'm here to see, okay, I will
Are
go
you
and
here
see.
for a legitimate reason? Do you
Yes,
need
I
to
am
speak
here
to
for a
an officer?
legitimate reason.
Do you
Yes,
need
I
to
am.
speak to someone? Would you
Yes.
like to tell me what that is?
Okay?
I'll get an officer
Not
to come
you,
speak to
it's your actual inspector I would like to see.
But he's not here at the moment, but I can give you the details on how you can contact him.
Yep, if you could. Okay, because that was
If you
completely out of order.
If you contact 101,
No, I'm not doing it by 101.
if you
Okay?
speak
I will actually do it in here.
They'll take the
Okay?
details for
And
you.
that I will do.
Okay.
Okay? But you are absolutely out of order for what you just done. Don't make it look like you didn't do
Well,
anything.
no, that's on
It's
you,
all on
sir.
camera.
I'm walking
No,
through.
was it hell?
Then comes the moment that changes everything. As the sergeant walks back into the station through the revolving door, Claude follows at a normal distance. Without warning, the sergeant stops the door mid-turn, slamming the glass panel straight into Claude. This wasn't an accident, it was pure frustration boiling over into physical aggression. A senior officer using a door as a weapon against someone legally recording in public is about as unprofessional as it gets. When confronted, the sergeant denies it outright. But the footage doesn't lie. The timing, the motion, it was deliberate. Instead of proving a point, he handed over solid evidence of assault. That split-second outburst turned a tense encounter into a legal nightmare that could shadow his entire career.
Your ass.
Sir, if you keep swearing at me,
Swear-
and you keep
Arse
being
is not
abusive,
swearing, sir.
then I will
Arse
ask you
is
to
not
leave the
swearing.
station.
Arse is
Sir,
not
I'm going to
swearing.
ask you to leave the station if you carry on trying to
Can you tell me?
behave in this
Can
manner.
you tell me whether or not that is swearing or not? Arse is not swearing.
You're shouting at me.
I'm not shouting. I'm not
at me.
shouting.
You are.
I'm
So
not
if
shouting.
you want to make your complaint, there's the inquiry.
I'm not
office. I'm more
shouting.
than happy to do so. If you have no legitimate reason to be
Okay.
here, I will
I have
ask
a
you to leave.
legitimate reason. Okay.
What's your list of
Well, I'm waiting for you to go, and then I'll go in there.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Because you are absolutely out of order.
So there's no point following me in.
I'm not following you in through that door. I'm not following you in through that door. No, I want you to go, and then I'll carry on with my business.
Okay.
And I've already told you that 3 times. As soon as you go, I will carry on with my business.
You've just been argumentative unnecessarily.
No, you tried to push me over.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's all on camera, so don't worry about it.
It's all on camera.
Yep, and I will be getting a copy of those.
I'm sure you will, sir. You have a nice day. Thank you for your time.
Right,
that where you'll hear him make a number of different presumptions about myself and so on and so forth, and then we go into the building. He goes through the actual turnstile door in front of me, he pushes it really fast, the door behind me slams into the back of me, and then he tries to act like nothing actually happened, and from their own camera footage it's actually come out, it was full on assault is what it actually was, because it was deliberately done, and basically they've offered £1,250, which has been declined. I'm not interested in that, and basically so we're going to push through and actually hopefully get this type of copper that should not be on our streets in the UK or anywhere else, and hopefully
In a follow-up video, Claude later reveals that the station's own CCTV caught the entire incident, and investigators agreed it was a deliberate assault. Faced with that evidence, the police force offered him £1,250 to quietly settle the case. Claude refused. He made it clear this wasn't about money, it was about accountability. If the case goes to court, compensation could easily climb between £5,000 and £15,000, depending on the judge. But again, that's not the point. A public ruling would officially mark the sergeant's behavior as unlawful and could lead to serious disciplinary action, anything from demotion to suspension, even dismissal. For a senior officer, that's career-ending territory, and it all stemmed from his own decisions. Looking back, the mistakes stack up: misusing harassment laws, ignoring professional ethics, jumping to assumptions, and finally crossing the line into physical aggression. The revolving door didn't just hit Claude, it crushed the sergeant's credibility. What should have been a routine, forgettable moment turned into a full-blown legal disaster. This entire situation is a powerful reminder of what happens when authority is abused. Policing depends on professionalism, self-control, and respect for the law. The moment those values are tossed aside, public trust collapses, and accountability steps in. Thanks to Claude's refusal to settle, that accountability will now happen in the open for everyone.